Yeah, hi, welcome back, guys. This is Tega here. Let's continue the Python series. So, as we know, like most of the person, I got the doubts from most of the people. They're asking me like difference between like break, continue, and pause. Like they'll be getting confused with that. So, we'll do one thing. We'll take some another example for those. Okay. So here we'll take for loop for I in range of. I'll take the numbers like five numbers. Okay. Basically, I'll print now five numbers. Okay, I'll print it here. Okay, and even though we'll print some message here, so you'll understand better. I think like I'll print some message. This is I. Okay, so here what I will do first, we'll execute these lines. So here we got like Python 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Got it. Now, for example, if I don't need like after the three, if it is I value is three, that time I don't need like I use the break statement. So what happens? See, if x 5 equal to 3, that time what happens? If I use the break statement. Okay, I use the break statement. You see now what happens in output. See now what happens in the output. So I'll show you here. Just one sec. I'll copy paste this output. Then you will understand better. Okay, copy paste output is here. Now you see my output. What I got. See, when I have I equal to 3, that time what happened? It will break the statement. One more thing I would like to say you here. Here we will write like this: 0, comma 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4. If I equal to 5 means it will start range like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here first of all what will happen here? If I'll put I equal to 0, so it will take, if 0 equal to 3, is it correct or not? No, it's not. Its condition is not correct, so it will not break the statement. What will happen? It will print this Python, it will print 0. Here you can see print 0. So same thing, it will print like this all the message. Okay, normally it will print. But when I will use for the break statement, it will check if 3, like 3 equal to 3, yes, it's equal to 3, condition satisfied, then it will break the statement. That time this line will not be printed. Okay, so we can see here this Python 0, 1, 2, 3, it will show like this. Now we'll take the same example for continue. So for continue, what happened? Okay, we'll write continue. So in the continue, we'll see here same range will be there. And continue, what happens now? Current iteration will be not be there. Okay, okay, so skip this current iteration. Okay, skip this current iteration. Okay, this current iteration will be skipped. Okay, this current iteration will not be there. Okay, so here, for example, if I written like this, I equal to 3, if I equal to 3, that means if 3 equal to 3 means, if then the control will come to this line. What happens? It will not consider this third statement, then it will show the next statement. So here, see, I will execute first here. If I'll execute these lines, what happens? You see here. Now we can see here. Okay, I'll show you here also. If you want, I can copy paste here. I'll show you like, okay, just one second. It's not coming properly here. Okay, so leave it here. This here only you see it. Okay, see, if I equal to 3, where is the 3? 3 is not there. So current iteration, it will stop that condition. It will not take this condition I equal to 3. See, Python 3 is not there, but rest of the statement it will execute. So when we have the large amount of data, that time we can go. For example, we have some 1000 data. That time we need to skip this one particular sum of the scenario. We need to skip this sum of the conditions. That time we can use the continuous statement and skip that particular statement or some conditions, and later we can go forward some rest of the statements we can print it like this we can over. And one more thing, like then we have the pass statement. For the pass, what we will do here? Okay, first I'll take one example here. Pass, first we will take one function. So how to create a function, all we know, like we have made another video also for the how to create a function and all, so you can go and watch those video. Okay, so here we'll take def as a keyword. Now I'll take one function like addition. We need to do addition to numbers. So I'll take x comma y. This is two numbers. Then I'll write what it returns. So function always returns like I'll do some addition of a plus b. Okay, this is addition of a plus b. This is my function. Then here I will call the function. So I'll write right here. Okay, this is function defining and this is function calling. This is function calling. Okay, done. Now see here. First I will execute this function. This is my def keyword. Addition is a function. I'm passing two parameters x comma y. Then here, okay, one second, here I need to pass here x comma y. Okay. So first I will execute this function. See, I have executed successfully. Did not get any error. Now what I will do, I need to call this function. How the program will work, as soon as I call this function, the control will go to here, this addition. Then it will ask for x and y value. Whatever the value will passing here, it will do the addition and it will give the output. So here I need to pass some value like 10 comma 20. I'll pass the value, then I'll execute this line. So I got the output is 30. Like this we can get the output. Okay, so like this we can do, but for example, I will create one function like function and f1. Now I written one function, but I don't know what operation we will do performing this operation. I don't know. So that time what I will do, I'll write here pass. That's all. Write the pass. Then I will call that function. I can call also that function f1. Now what I will do here, I will execute first my function whether it's working. Yeah, its function is working. We don't have any error. Now if I'll call also, it's working. Both are working, no problem, no issue. But I don't know what implementation, I don't know. So that time we can go for the pass statement. Even though this pass will be using the classes later in the Python, advanced Python will be discussed on the classes. That time we can go for the pass. Like for example, we have class name is test. Then I write like pass statements. Here also we can see while execute. This is working successfully. So pass statements, when you don't know the implementation, what your function performing, that time we can use the pass statements. Exactly, you don't know. So break, continue, pass. These three, it's very important concept in looping, in functions. We'll be using most of the time. So I'm just requesting you, all of you, please practice at your end also. And thanks for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel, and please do comment. If you have a doubt, comment section, you can comment it. And please like button, share with your friends and all. Bye bye, have a good day.